Hi, I'm attorney Samantha Gordon from McIntyre Elder Law. Today we're going to talk about what it means for someone to be incapacitated and how that is determined. So incapacity means that someone has lost the ability to make their own medical and financial decisions. So they're not at the point where they can handle their bank account, pay their bills, maybe go to the doctor and effectively and accurately tell the doctor what's wrong and be able to figure out what kind of treatment they should go forward or advocate for themselves anymore. So if you have a loved one that has gotten to that point where you believe that they are losing their capacity, there are different options. So having a healthcare and a financial power of attorney in place for that person is super important, because that's a document that says, if I become incapacitated, this is the individual that I've chosen to make my financial decisions, to make my healthcare decisions, and I know this is the person that's going to act in my best interest. So having a power of attorney in place is super important to make sure that if you ever get to that point where you lose capacity, you want to make sure that you have a document in place that chooses who makes those decisions for you. If unfortunately there's gotten to a point where that person has lost capacity and they do not have the ability to sign a power of attorney, what may happen is your loved ones have to petition the court for something called a guardianship. When you petition for a guardianship, what happens is there's a hearing that takes place, and there is going to be a third-party advocate for that individual that has lost capacity, as well as the petitioner, the person that has brought on that guardianship, and then there's going to be a judge. And maybe there will be other family members that are involved. And this hearing is to determine who should be appointed as the guardian for that individual for their best interests. So there's something called a guardian of the person, there's something called a guardian of the estate, there's also something called a general guardian. So a guardian of the person makes decisions for that individual's medical needs, guardian of the estate makes decisions for those person's financials, general guardian can be the person that makes both of those decisions. So when you don't have a power of attorney in place and you have to go through that court proceeding, it could be super emotional. It can also be very costly for your loved ones. So really understanding what precautions you can take to avoid that is super important. And we would love to have that discussion with you to ensure that your loved ones don't have to go through that process. And our telephone number is 888-999-6600. You can also go to our website at mcelderlaw.com/scheduling.